Hello fam, welcome to FrankiVerse Cafe. I hope you are doing well wherever you are in the world. It is 9:03 a.m. at this location of FrankiVerse Cafe. It is a bit overcast today. I was going to pick a different filter for, I don't know. But I'm a little too, I just woke up like an hour ago. Like, the coffee is still pretty full. We're not fully caffeinated yet. So I just went with the filter that was already on. And I like this one. I do. I once sent a video of me reading some of my stories straight from death. I have coffee with sugar and milk. Is what I'm drinking. What are you drinking, Caffeinated Mutt? I like that name already. Do you make your own brands of coffee? Do you have a line of coffee beans that we can promote and tell the audience about? Black coffee. Do you know, my baby sister, started drinking black coffee at the age of 13. And I've always thought she was such a badass for that. I really have. From 13, and still now, and she's only, like, she's gonna be 21 this year. And she's still a hardcore black coffee drinker. And I just think, it's one of the things I think makes her so very badass. Caffeinated Mutt. I have been drinking black coffee since 8-ish, so you know she's got it down right. I used it as a substitute to my ADHD meds. Oh, I need to hear more about that. So we have 8 years old, and you've been already prescribed medication because it's not the school system that's the problem. You need medication instead of to go outside and touch grass more often, right? So the system gives you ADHD meds and you say, no, I'll have black coffee because at least it's enjoyable. Kudos to you. Helps mellow me to relax and have simple conversations. I do get that. It's a little bit annoying. I'm NeuroSpicy as well. I do not have a permission slip from Western medicine to be weird. I don't have an official ADHD being stamp from any, Ivy League, whosoever, but I'm weird and I know it. I suffer from ADOS. I don't know if I'm attention deficit. Ooh, shiny! Me too! I like that. I like that one. Kudos to you, Caffeinated Mutt. Go follow Caffeinated Mutt on TikTok. That was a good little joke. I liked that. I do though, I get it. I think sometimes, I don't know if any of my ADHD friends or my NeuroSpicy peeps out there have had this, but so also, like, I've always been a, like, sugar caffeine person. Like, so I didn't start the black coffee at 8 years old like Caffeinated Mutt did, but kudos to you that you did. I was always in the soda lane. Like, when I was really little, my parents ran a restaurant in the small town that I grew up in. I don't know, like, this is only just occurring to me right now since you said that with that black coffee at 8 years old. Oh, I have a horrid sweet tooth, yeah, right? But I think that's a little bit the ADD also, because, like, so I started my parents had this restaurant, there was a fountain soda machine. I would do the, like, where you mix all of the, I don't think you can say the word that we used to call it on TikTok without getting flagged, but you mix all the sodas together, right? And there were just candy bars and Twizzlers and, like, candy and ice cream. Because they also did, like, soft serve ice cream. So there's soft serve ice cream on top. Like, I was munching all the sugar. I don't know why it hasn't occurred to me until this very moment. Guys, I am almost 40 years old. I should have recognized this sooner. It's okay. Anyway, it's fascinating. Like, it's kind of my whole life. So I've done the sugar soda route usually. And so for me, Like, I love coffee in the morning, but I'm also a big fan of, like, energy drinks, even though I know they're horrible for you, and I have a heart condition. I am the last person who should be drinking energy drinks and consuming all the sugar. But my ADHD brain wants to. And weird root beer floats. I'm not a fan of root beer floats. I don't like ice cream and soda together because my autism doesn't like the foamy, I don't know, like when the ice cream and the soda get together as a foamy concoction, I don't like that. The texture does, I can't do it. I never touch energy drinks, so that's all you, lady. All right, that's fine. More energy drinks for me. I don't care. What's up, Red Bull? Where are you at? I love it. Hello, James is here. Anyway, yeah, I love it when the AI summary starts to come up now, and I'm like, oh, that's what my conversation's been about. I didn't know that's what it was going to be about today, but cool. Thank you, AI, for giving me a rundown. Thank you for giving me a summary of my conversation at the cafe so far. That's kind of, I don't know. How do we feel about that, fam? I said I just woke up. Yes, it's 2 a.m. where you are. Where I am in the world, it is 9:09 a.m. So I even, what are you doing up at 2 a.m. caffeinated? I shouldn't even ask. Are you down some kind of hyper-focus rabbit hole? What's your current hyper-focus? Oh my God, please tell me. Because I haven't collected enough hyper-focuses yet. I think I'm somewhere in the hundreds, but I could use a few more. My hyper-focus is work because you want to or because you have to. Tell me about, because you enjoy it, what do you do for work? And also, how do we feel about, I'm at work. Okay, so you are an overnight worker, I see. I could never do the night shift thing. I'm trying to think if I ever tried. No, that's not true. I am a liar. I did have a job once upon a time that was a late night job. I was a server at a bar club type place. So I was up until 2 a.m. closing, and then we'd clean up. God, the things I used to do. Love Reiki Australia is here too. I saw popped in to say hello. Hello, Muzzlebug. Go follow Love Reiki Australia on TikToks as well. I'm not at it. I think you mean night, or do I not understand what that is? Audit at a hotel. What audit? Massive downtime from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. I don't, okay, that's not so bad if you can get paid to have massive downtime. That's pretty chill. And I suppose it's pretty quiet generally. You don't have to deal with customers and do the masking, performing customer service, because I've done a lot of that in my life, you guys. Oh my God. Besides having to mask my ADHD self most of my life, I somehow got pigeonholed into administrative and customer service type jobs that made me want to absolutely end this avatar. I tell you what. Hello, Whammy Joe. I like that name, Whammy Joe. Are you a guitar player, Whammy Joe? Or a fan of sweet riffs? And what are some of your favorites? Do we love Guns N' Roses? Are we of that kind of era? Although Whammy could mean something else. I try not to mask. Crack small jokes and remember repeating customers. That's cool. Give it a mom and pop shop kind of feel. That's nice. I think especially for an overnight shift, that's nice. The more mom and pop, not the sort of fake perky. Because that was what I was always sort of conditioned and trained to do. Not just in jobs, but in life. Unfortunately. I think there's plenty of women of my age group that would agree to that. Let's hear some Slayer. There we are. All right, Whammy Joe, I got you, Slayer. Okay, I see where we're at. I see the lane we're in. I'm down. I'm with it. How we feel about Metallica? Where is your musical thrasher metal? Do we go all the way to Icelandic black death metal? Do we go all the way there? Now AI says we are discussing ADHD and caffeine habits. Share your favorite drink. Thank you, AI. Yes, please do share your favorite drink. We've got black coffee. I've got coffee with milk and sugar. Oh my. Anything with a heavy riff is good. I do love a heavy riff. My dad was a big classic rock fan. The first concert that I ever went to was a Kiss concert when I was 11 because my dad was rad. Like, what are your first concerts, people? Tell me what were your first concert outing experiences. And then I got to see Kiss and Aerosmith together when I was 13 with my dad. Super rad. I meet them in Reno and party with them. Oh, you know Slayer. Well, that's pretty cool. Do you have any fun stories that you want to share? I have yet to make it to a concert. You gotta find one. I think concerts, because I've been to concerts for bands that are like not necessarily like it's my favorite band or whatever. They just might have been popular at the time. Like when I was younger in high school, I went to see like Lighthouse, had like a kind of one-hit wonder or a couple hit songs. I saw Default and Nickelback, you know what I mean? And I liked them at the time, but it's not like, I don't know. I went to see it for the atmosphere, for the experience of it. I don't know if that's an autism nervous system thing, but like really deeply loud music at concerts is like, I enjoy that. Like when I would drive around in my car, I would have my music all the way up. I know it's annoying to other people, I'm sorry, but I like the vibrations. They make me, I don't know, they make my nervous system feel chill. I was the biggest Kiss fan of all time. You wanted the best. You got the best. Kiss. I love it. They should have kept the makeup on. Oh, I love the makeup. I will say I missed the Guar concert yesterday. Guar. I don't know what that is. Sorry. How you do that? How I do what? And I am a bit sad. Oh, that you missed the concert. Well, there's always, there's always another one. There's concerts all the time. The face is in effects if you are somebody who does the live fun times. The filters are in effects. I am not the technical guru. You should be asking where to push the buttons to find the things on the stuff, because I push buttons until this works generally. That's how you're supposed to listen to your music. I agree. That's how we always did when I was a kid. My dad would take us driving around. We'd listen to music. We'd go on road trips from one end of South Dakota to Mount Rushmore. And we'd go hang out in Mount Rushmore when I was growing up. If it's too loud, you're too old. Oh my God. My dad used to say that. I love it. It's not working. It isn't working. Shakes the phone. Yeah. Just get it. I love it. Hilarious. But yeah, I loved concerts for the atmosphere, and I do like that loud, like, I would still love to go. I'm currently traveling and living in Europe, so I don't have a car at the moment, and I do miss it. I do miss driving around in my car with music up very loud. Because there is, and again, that's probably a NeuroSpicy nervous system something, but like the very loud noise and the vibration and the sort of like the forward motion kind of, I don't want to say the illusion of motion. I'm driving, I am moving forward, but kind of the, like, I'm not moving me forward, it's the car. I'm just sitting. So it's kind of an illusion of motion for me, because I'm just sitting. But the zoomy of being in the car and super duper loud music does make me, like, I don't know. It's a meditative thing for me. Motion with no effort. Yes, caffeinated mutt, correct. That is, like, do you find that soothing also? Is that maybe an ADHD thing? Like, it kind of, because your mind is always fast, right? So, yeah, and like, having the loud music as that's part of what it is, right? Like, because you have to pay attention to the road, and obviously loud music is like distracted driving, right? But to some degree you need that level of stimulation to be relaxed. Again, you need that, like, that black coffee at 8 years old. You need that level of stimulation to feel calm and chill. I can sleep the deepest in the car. Bass thumping is like a massage. It is. It's like a nervous system massage. Like, I really love, like, I do like classic rock, but, like, my favorite music, I think, is, like, I really love lo-fi music. I've been into lo-fi a lot lately. But I also like folksy music that's got, like, the big cellos and the deep, deep drums that hit, like, that kind of stuff. Like, I love Barnes Courtney, and Hosier is somebody that I do like. I don't know how to say the artist name properly. Is it Hosier? I still don't, I don't know. I've heard it both ways. I probably could look up how he pronounces it himself. But yeah, like, I love that kind of stuff. I have a whole playlist on Spotify that's just folksy music. Less mechanical music and more crisp, real, recorded sounds. Less mechanical music. What do you mean when you say mechanical music? Because when you say crisp, I think treble, like high treble. And, like, high treble music, recorded, that's what I thought. High treble music or sounds don't, like, I find them jarring. So, for example, like, my younger sister, Shashi Page, what's up, how you doing? She's a big fan of, like, punk music, and she's always been a big fan of, like, old school punk, Iggy Pop level old school punk, right? Boy, who else who am I thinking of? Not the Sex Pistols. Oh, there's another one. Help me out with some punk bands, y'all, from Iggy Pop in the early, like, she does. She likes music that is of, like, the very early grungy pop, there's something tinny to it, to me, when I listen to it. So, like, I like some, like, I like Passenger by Iggy Pop is a great song. Like, I do think there's, like, some punk songs that I do enjoy, but for the most part, more in the, like, the folksy, deep bass sounds to the, like, lo-fi, where some of the lo-fi music also has those, like, really very deep frequency sort of massage kind of thing. Oh, early Limp Bizkit. Like, early Limp Bizkit is kind of, I don't know, what category would you put? I don't know. When I think punk and, like, original punk, I do kind of think more of the, because I think it started kind of in the UK. Like I said, it's not the Sex Pistols. There's Velvet Underground. Is that it? Ah, man, we need some people who know punk music to get up in here, because I don't have, I don't have that knowledge base. I know there's that podcast called No Dogs in Space that Marcus Parks and Carolina Parks do, but anyway, I do, like, some of that music I do find more jarring if it's more tinny. AFI is another one my sister likes a lot, and I do like some AFI. Like, I do enjoy it, but not quite to, like, the extent that she does. Like, I don't find it, it's not the things that I can re-listen to over and over again. The Stooges, there you go. The Stooges are some very early punk. Yes, there you are. And that was Iggy Pop with the Stooges, and yeah, MC5. The Ramones, there we go. Thank you. Actually, the Ramones, do they sing? The Clash, I did like some songs by The Clash. That's kind of like the Crow soundtrack. The Crow soundtrack is full of a lot of that. Oh, man. Do the Ramones sing? No. Who sings the Pet Sematary song? I don't want to be buried in a pet cemetery. Is that that's not the Ramones. Who sings that? Oh, man. I'm going to have to look that up. I didn't bring my phone when I came to chill in here and hang out at the cafe with y'all. I did not bring my phone. And where's my, oh, there we go. We've got 32% battery and about, I don't know, a little less than half a coffee left before I gotta go refill it. So that's my live timer, because I don't know how long y'all wanna chill here and just talk at me about whatever comes up, but I have enjoyed this. So I do want to say thank you. Oh, the Ramones do sing that song, Pet Sematary. Okay. I like that one. How do we feel about, like, let's go into some horror movies then. Because I have always been a big fan of, like, sort of B horror movies or, like, old school horror movies. Like, I do love the power of Google. And it's kind of scary sometimes, right? The power of all technology is, I don't know, it is kind of scary, but at the same time, Pandora's out of the box. You know, just ride the wave. We're here, do what you can. I love it. Thank you, AI Summary, again. Share your favorite punk band. Share your favorite music or your favorite, like, band. Share whatever your favorite thing is. I don't care. I'm NeuroSpicy. I can, like, go down whatever rabbit hole. I've been down so very many. I would love to find even more new ones. Favorite B movie is Thanksgiving. Like Thanksgiving, but it's Thanksgiving. It's such a derpy movie. I love derpy horror movies, though. I do. Like, there's a one of the ones that I really like it's Dolls. It's from 1989, and it's like these actual little dolls that they had to do like stop motion animation for these tiny little, like, spoiler alert for this old movie from the 80s, you guys. But these, like, you had to like do the stop motion animation with these tiny little dolls, right? And puppets and things, like stabbing people with baby knives, and like, it's hilarious. It's ridiculous. I love it. I love it. Caffeinated Matt has seen it. I love it. Rosebud? I don't know if I know Rosebud. I always liked Pumpkinhead. Pumpkinhead's another one that I think is in that kind of same vein or realm of, like, I don't know what is it? Some of it is some of the, like, I like the campy acting, right? Like, campy horror movies. I would say that. The, like, very, that was somebody's, you know, first debut acting in a movie or whatever. And we've got Creative House. Kahoo! 7777. Good morning and best wishes from Major Tom. Hello, Major Tom from Frankie. Oh, the breakout roles. Breakout, yeah. Like, I do like that about the breakout roles. Hi. Oh, I need a little bit more and a little bit. Not yet. Thank you. We have our local Pixie Cryptid barista checking in on my coffee. Muzzlebug, thank you. No, but, shit, was it called Frogs? I think it was called Frogs. Sam Elliott, I love Sam Elliott, by the way. So, like, Sam Elliott, I think his breakout role was this, it may not have been his breakout role, but certainly an early one, in this, like, 70s horror movie called Frogs that I watched. That was, like, it was something in, like, a Louisiana location in the swamp, and there were all these, like, big toads that were, I don't even know if I remember how they were making them. So it was one of those campy horror movies where, you know, they have, like, real animals. These are, like, obviously somebody found a way to get a whole bunch of big toads. I don't know, back in the 70s when you could just, like, order exotic animals. I don't know how they were doing stuff like that. Somebody look that up for me. But they had these just big toads that were just, and then suddenly they're more, two animals make things super weird when you try and film. Yeah, and I don't know, I love those old campy horror movies that do stuff like that too. Or the mad scientist making something weird in a lab kind of thing. That's one of the things on my YouTube, actually, and I do want to write a script to go with it. I had this, like, once upon a time fever dream movie script idea. The original Frankenstein, pin Frankenstein just as a topic to talk about. But I have on my YouTube, FrankiVerse Cafe. Go to my YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. Like, I'm almost at 1,000. Like, I need 11 more people. And then I have 1,000 followers, and I can put my website connected to my YouTube so people can see my ebooks. Go read my ebooks, frankiewashere.com. Self-promotion time. But anyway, no, go backwards. Where were we? Frankenstein. Spooky movies. See, now I lost the thread. Frogs, animals, Sam Elliott, mad scientists in the lab. Frankenstein is definitely one of them, but I also like Young Frankenstein with Gene Wilder. I enjoy, like, an old Mel Brooks horror movie spoof as well. I can't hear anything. Daniela's grinding the grain. Today is bread baking. Oh my gosh. Hello, Daniela. Of course she bakes fresh bread. Why wouldn't she? Fever Dream movie scripts. Oh, yes. Thank you. Caffeinated Mutt. Always trust a night shift ADHD worker who is probably still drinking black coffee. I love it. So yeah, I have this, it's called Things That Go Thump in the Night, and that's basically the premise is that there's these like killer bunnies in the forest that are like mutated bunnies that are attacking and harassing this little town, right? Like, and I have the idea, like the outline of it, it's like a 3-minute little bippity doop on my YouTube that I had like wrote this outline one day. I was enjoying some golden teacher friends at the time, as well as a Clamato beer, because that was the mix that I did that day, and what came out of it was Killer Bunnies movie script idea. But I do want to actually write the full movie script, because I think it would be fun. Fresh bread. I know, I'm so jealous. Major Tom, tell Danielle. Well, he can't hear. We'll have to message him. We're so super jealous you get fresh bread from Daniela. Oh, I love it. Okay, go back to Frankenstein, though, if we can ping pong a little bit here. And thank you, Caffeinated Mud, my NeuroSpicy ADD friend, for being able to hold the threads and back and forth. Okay, go back to Frankenstein. When you say original Frankenstein, are we talking Boris Karloff? We're talking original Frankenstein film is where we're going? Hello, Tizwicko. I'm about to head to the supermarket. Major Tom, much luck to you on your mission to the supermarket. I hope there is good parking. I mean, if memory serves, an early emperor was chased by a horde of rabbits. I'm sorry, excuse me, what? An early emperor was chased by a horde of rabbits. This was a real life story, a different movie, a what? Excuse me? To power of Google. Can you summon your power of Google, Caffeinated Mutt friend? Thank you so much for being at FrankiVerse Cafe today, by the way. Like, this has been very enjoyable, but excuse me, who was chased by a horde of rabbits in the, like, historical real times? What? I must know more about this. It might have been Napoleon. Wow, that makes sense, Napoleon. I somehow believe that Napoleon would have been chased by a horde of rabbits because he was a short dude that had little man syndrome very badly and was trying to take over the world over it. Ugh, I mean, isn't that some form or whatever of every leadership, government, king, what, any, that's all it is. They have little something syndrome, whatever it is, and they gotta bomb everybody else until they own all the whole world to make it better. He wasn't short. The French foot was larger than an English foot. All right, sure. You know what? That could be true. I didn't live in that time, so for all we know, you are correct. And I believe everything is correct and there is such a thing as multiple timelines, so we'll go with it. I like it. For the French foot was longer than the English foot. I love it. I love the idea of a leader of some nation being harassed by bunnies, because even the natures are like, whatever, you think you're so big and bad? I'm going to send you these little fluffy, terrifying things. Let's see how big and bad you are now. I love it. Mother Nature, she's funny. I love it, I love it. What was the other? Okay, so I know you were talking Frankenstein as well while your Google times, but then my brain wanted to kind of go into some of those. So, okay, I did go to film school once upon a time. And some of the classes that I really enjoyed were like the history of film studies, like the old black and white films. I think I've talked about this in another live stream before that might be on my YouTube channel now. Like, they had one of the, it's not a calliope, damn it, it's an organ. But like in the old times of when movies were just starting, moving pictures, right? They didn't have sound that was synced sound. They had someone, like, it was just the movie, the moving picture, and then somebody would play like the organ thing. And the college that I went to had a theater that had one of those, right? Like they had the big pipe organs in the back, and you could, like they did, we would, for those classes, we'd watch these old classic films, and they'd bring a person in who still did that, and it would be like, you know, how the experience was at that time. It was really very interesting. It was Napoleon, July 1807. I love this. This is fantastic. I have to start. Okay, this is actually really great. They mistook him as their feeder and ordered him. He had to retreat to his coach to escape. Oh my god, that's hilarious. He had to run away from a bunch of hungry bunnies. That's fabulous. I love that so much. Thank you for sharing that. Caffeinated Mutt. That made my morning. That's pretty great. And Napoleon was 5 feet 6 inches. Yeah, I kind of think for dudes that's a small man syndrome. Well, I've met plenty of, not all of them, but like, again, I go to the last podcast on the left, because they used to make fun of Henry Zabrowski all the time, because he's like 5'7" and trying to get into Hollywood, and it's such a, I don't know. They made fun of him all the time. Anyway, I love that. So I've been doing, now that you mention that, like I would love to do a FrankiVerse Cafe Backrooms ebook. Like some of the books I've been putting together are paranormal collections, haunted stories, quantum time slips, like weird, like collections of just weird stuff, research. He was average for 1800s. Boom! Well, okay then, all the history books that look back on him are height shaming him from the future. Shame on all of them. But sorry, now I lost the thread again. No, I think this is a funny story that, like, I would love to find more stories like this. I'm not really sure what kind of a category you'd put it in to be able to do the research, but I'm going to have to explore that now, because I'd love to do a book collection of, like, crazy stories from the past of, you know, historical figures that you would maybe never have guessed. Did you know that Napoleon was once chased by a horde of hungry bunnies into his coach? Oh, like how are you a strong wartime world conquering leader when you can't handle a bunch of hungry bunnies? I don't know. I love it. Awkward moments from Imperial history. Oh my god. I don't even have a pen. Oh yes I do. Here we go. I need to write that down. If I become a millionaire, you'll get an idea credit, I don't know, thing. Tell everybody to go buy my books. When I start making money, you get a consultant fee for awkward moments from Imperial history. That's hilarious. Oh, damn it. This pen doesn't work. I was going to try to write on my hand. Oh, I have so many notebooks in this life because I'm ADHD and I don't have anything to, here we go. We found it. We got it. It's cool. Coffee is fine with me. I will get you a bunch of exotic coffee from wherever the best exotic coffee comes from. I don't know. Awkward moments from Imperial history. I love it. That's splendid. We're writing it down. We're writing it down. This is what I like. I like this when the audience gives me input that turns into more crazy nonsense that I can go research and turn into ebooks. I love it. From Imperial history. I'm sure there's probably plenty more of them, and it'll be like that much more fun and hilarious to find more. Like little social faux pas or strange. I love that. Awkward moments. I love it. Well done. Cheers. Coffee cheers to you, Caffeinated Mutt. Humans are anything but weird. We're all weird. Anyway, where were we at? Let's go back to the classic movies, Frankenstein. Okay. So Boris Karloff, classic Frankenstein. Groovy, cool. Original Mary Shelley Frankenstein book, also read. Yes, love it. Are there any other old, I think of some of the old, like, we saw, like, old Lon Chaney kind of films, like, I think, what's it called? The Penance, or something like that. I don't know, some very old, or like White Zombie, the original White Zombie, like the original black and white. white zombie, the original Dracula, you know, the original black and white with, oh Lord, okay, Boris Karloff was Frankenstein. Help me with my ADHD brain cataloging. I'm assuming you don't like seeing yourself in the mirror. You are assuming, and we all know what assuming means. So try again, but thank you. It was on her mother's grave. At least that's the story. Huh? What was on whose mother's grave? That's the story. Mary Shelley? What? Frankenstein? From the Mary Shelley Frankenstein? What are you talking about now? Tell me, I need to know more about this. I don't think I am trying to remember now. Why did Mary Shelley originally write Frankenstein? Because there is a kind of story to it. I am practicing how to hide when ghouls attack. Thank you. I mean, you have to be able to hide in plain sight because them ghouls are like shifty and sneaky. You gotta be ready at all times. You gotta have disguises available. And that's the coffee finished. I may have to get another one. I may have to get another coffee. I mean, I have enjoyed this very thoroughly. I love talking about movies. I love talking about NeuroSpicy rabbit holes. I love weird, I do love weird stuff. That's part of why I like this filter. I think I started saying that at the beginning. I did. I was reading my straight from death stories on TikTok Live last summer, and I had this face on, and I put it on my YouTube, and I think I shared it during the summer of 1816. Okay, I have to go look up Mary Shelley's thing again. But I shared it with somebody from Sweden that I don't know, who I connected with on LinkedIn or something. And I think we had some similar just kind of explorations on like, she liked the ideas of like my Abernathy Franklin infinite selves, you know, Abernathy Franklin traveling the cosmos and meeting infinite selves. Like, she liked that sort of infinite timelines idea, and she kind of had the same sort of, you know, some similar perspectives to me on that. And I remember showing her, like, I sent her my YouTube channel so that she could see some of the stories that I was sharing when I was reading them. And I remember her saying that, like, this filter, this face freaked her out so bad to see me in this face reading stories and reading those stories that she couldn't watch it. And I don't know. I guess I thought that was kind of funny and also on brand. Like, you're too weird and spooky, people can't deal with it. I'm like, okay, but yeah, that's kind of on brand for me, so it's fine. Do you value time? Time isn't real, so you're valuing something that is a human construct if you value time. I mean, it's more about valuing your energy, I think. How do you think a humanoid monster slipping between alternate timelines likely attack someone, but the next day know they're safe and not attacked? Burned a house and suddenly it's okay. Sorry, I think I lost the thread on that one. But like, if we're talking beings walking between timelines, my brain goes to Sasquatch immediately, obviously, right? Like, the idea of Sasquatch being an ultra-terrestrial being that can move in between timelines and just happens to enjoy coming to check out Earth forests because, you know, and I don't blame them because they're pretty cool, you know? Like, I do love a good forest and a good river and some cool trees and a nice sunny day. So I fully understand why them Sasquatches want to come and hang out in the rivers and the trees. It's very relaxing. I totally understand. That's another one that I have one of my ebooks that I've recently put on FrankiWasHere.com is my Haunted Pacific Northwest, Hauntings in Sasquatch Territory. So it's not about Sasquatch, but it's different haunted locations that I researched, but then I have fun little conversations from my FrankiVerse cafe characters at the end of each one, like their little kind of takes on things. So Madam, I'm from Minnesota. I get that thought process. I'm from South Dakota, so like, what's up, neighbor? High five. How you doing? I lived in. I went to college at Moorhead, Minnesota. That was the school I went to. Minnesota State University, Moorhead. What up? Where in the Minnesotas, the land of the lakes, yo? Where you be at? Are you near like? Yeah, that's my neck of the woods, and I lived in Wisconsin for a while, and hour north of Duluth. All right, hey, you're way up there. Like you could just pop on into Canada, huh? It ain't no big deal. I love it. You be way up there. It still be cold where you at. Ay. That cold lasts like. I grew up in the northern part of South Dakota. I lived in. It snowed yesterday. Of course it did. Yep. Y'all still be getting the cold and the snows and the. Yeah. That's one of the things that didn't stick, but it tried. It's gonna keep trying until May, though, because that's what it does. It's like, no, winter will not let go yet. No. Lake Superior's an angry woman. Well, the Loch Ness Monster friend Champ the Serpent is hanging out over in Lake Champlain, so, like, if I was Lake Superior, I'd be angry too. How come I don't get a sea serpent? Like, excuse me, I would be upset about that as well. Like, how come Lake Champlain gets to have its own little cryptid? I want a cryptid. I want to have a cryptid. I should be able to have a cryptid. I think we need to get Lake Superior a cryptid. Like, how do we got to work on this, you guys. Somebody sees something weird in Lake Superior. That woman wants a cryptid, okay? Help her out. Just bundle up and let her have a fit. There's nothing else that you can do. This is a thing that I think I've told Muzzlebug a couple times, that when I went to school in, like, Fargo, Moorhead, I lived in Fargo, I went to school in Moorhead, and during the winter time, my grandpa used to put a second car battery. Like, he would rig it in my car so that I had 2 car batteries stacked on top of each other so that my car would always start. Because you have, like, negative 60-degree wind chill, right? And, like, did you know Crystal Lake in Minnesota has a life-size Jason statue at the bottom of it? Yes, I did, and I love it. That is, like, I love that. That's so cool. That's so much fun. They do, so, like, okay. I can't, now I'm trying to think. Does Minnesota, now I have to do research on this. Does Minnesota have some cryptids? Because Wisconsin had some cryptids. There's a town in Wisconsin that has, and I can't remember what the cryptid is called now. It's like some kind of giant Gila monster type cryptid. It's more of a, like, dragon, reptilian type, whatever. I don't, like, that's more of their... Negative 64 with wind chill is the coldest I have been in so far. Well, hey... Wisconsin has werewolves. I bet they have some Sasquatch sightings because they got a lot of trees. Even in South Dakota, there's, like, a couple of Sasquatch sighting stories, right? Like, from, like, Sika Hollow Park. I bet Minnesota's probably got to have some of them, too, right? Like, a little bit. Bigfoot plus ghost ships. And UFO, you totally do, though. See, that's another topic for another ebook I gotta do. No, you absolutely do. There are a lot of people who have seen USOs coming out of lakes and Lake Superior, and so, like, growing up in South Dakota, obviously there's, like, oh shit, I'm at 16%. I am gonna have to get another coffee and plug this baby in. Lake Superior has its secrets and doesn't like giving up its dead. The wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. No, that wasn't Lake Superior. Where was that? Lake Gitchagumi. No. It was Lake Superior, the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Yeah. Oh, sometimes I tell you, it's hard to keep all this information straight because it's... And it just had its anniversary. Of course it did. That's why it came up in my intuition. Yeah, the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. And I also love... I also love that other song by who sings The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. He sings Sundown. Sundown, you better take care if I find you been creeping round my back stairs. That one? Anybody? Who always sings that? I can't remember. Man, I tell you what, I used to have a better memory, ADHD, but the sugar be eating your brain. Yep, last year made 60 years from the, 60 years ago. And I have the Edmund Fitzgerald, Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, too, in my Maritime Mysteries from my FrankiVerse Cafe Backrooms books. Love it. But we also do need to definitely get Lake Superior her own cryptid. She should have one. I think she needs one. I think it's only fair. Oh, we get a plot twist. Okay, give us a plot twist, and then I'm going to have to go get more coffee and plug in. Caffeinated Mutt. I have very much enjoyed that you have been hanging out and chilling out, BTW. I hope that this has been some entertainment for all of you and for you on your night shift. I thank you for all of the Google power. The Edmund Fitz was the second ship to sink on the lake with the same name. There were 2 Edmund Fitzgeralds that went down. What? The Edmund Fitz was the second ship to sink on the lake with the same name. The lake with the same name, or there were 2 ships with the same name? That's my autism getting too caught up in syntax. Captained by the second. Okay, so we have, so this, maybe that families just shouldn't have been doing seafaring. maybe you're not built for doing the captain thing. If y'all keep having the ships go down, were they also related to whoever captained the Titanic, perchance? Oh, no, that's a whole other thing. That was a thing guys, we gotta get into like the Titanic disaster conspiracy situation thing. The Titanic wasn't the Titanic, it was the Britannica? Is that? See, there's another one. The is it the Britannica or the Britannia? Like, yeah, the Britannica. Yeah. That was the, like, we did that in one of my podcasts with my friend Sage back when I was podcasting, also on my YouTube channel. You can find it, but yeah, the Titanic wasn't the Titanic. The Titanic was the Britannica that had been damaged before, and they didn't get the insurance payout on it for whatever reason, and they were building the Titanic at the time. 3 sister ships, Titanic was scrapped. Like, there's a whole thing about, like, the stack of the Titanic. Like, the Titanic had, like, one of the steam stacks or whatever that was not functional. It was for, like, it was a decorative or whatever, but it was because the plans, this is the thing my friend Sage said about, like, the conspiracy that she knows, like, or that she was familiar with, the original plans for the Titanic had been released, and if they were going to sink it, the Britannica, they had to add on a 4th stack that was a fake one to match the plans of the Titanic that had been released to the public. And it was the hull, like the hull damage or whatever, it had already been there, because it, like, there was the whole thing of, like, it was the Olympic was hit by an undersea mine being used as a hospital ship. Interesting. I mean, it's all kind of like, I don't have all of the conspiracy details information, and, you know, maybe you need to be able to quantum travel and be there and see it. And even if you do, there's multiple infinite timelines. Who can say which one is more true than any other? But, yeah, the portholes on the sides didn't match the photos of its maiden trip. Right, yes, that was another thing. I don't know, like, doesn't it kind of, it seems a bit like the whole plan for all 3 of the, like, all 3 of those ships. Coffee and Charger, ADHD, yes. I don't know. What was the Titanic on all of them, all just an insurance scam to begin with, and they were never going to keep those ships running? Who knows? Who can say? I love these kind of conspiracy things. Anyway, again, fam, this has been awesome. I've had such a great time. I'm going to pop this replay up on my YouTube channel. You know, in the next couple days, weeks, I'm trying to catch up on some of that a little bit, and look into who went down with the ship. I'm gonna have to do some research now. That's interesting. Dun, dun, dun. On that cliffhanger. Thanks for hanging out at FrankiVerse Cafe today, fam. Caffeinated Mutt, you've been awesome. Thanks for chilling out, yo, and enjoy the rest of your shift, and I hope you have a beautiful sleep in the daytime, because it's too cold to go outside and do anything anyway. So enjoy it. Enjoy your day. Thank you, fam, and we'll catch you next time.